Right, in this webcast we're going to look at a particular feature of the distribution tool which is quite useful for checking whether your search might have been affected by a high use of a small number of speakers. This is called skewing. I'm going to illustrate this by looking at the word fuck and its derivatives as discussed in the unit. So let's do a search for that. Right, as we'll see, these words are really quite frequent in the BNC, and let's move on to distribution quite quickly. Incidentally, if you use the lemma function to search for fuck, different functions of fuck, there seems to be some problem with it at the moment, and you might not have got the same number of hits. Anyway, this is what I've got for now. Let's look at the distribution. What we're interested in is whether a few people using these words might have affected our overall hits in a particular age group or sex or whatever. So what we're interested in here is the speaker frequency extremes, and if I click on show distribution you'll see what I mean. So, excuse me, at the top of the list we've got some people who are not very well represented, so they've only spoken 35 words or 83 words, but they've used some form of fuck at least 4 times. That's why it's very, very high. However, if we move down the list a little bit, we'll notice some of these numbers are really quite high. Some people use these words a lot, 78 times, 82 times, and this one over 300 times. You might be interested to know who this speaker is. Well, we don't know who it is, but get an idea of this person, who's male, aged between 25 and 34, social class C2, that kind of information. Also has contributed quite a number of words to the corpus, suggesting he was somebody who actually recorded some conversations. If we go back here, we'll notice 313 is really quite a high number, and the fact that he's used this word so much might have affected findings, say, for his age group. So let's have a quick look at age. So Mark's age group is this one, 25 to 34, and we'll notice that 25 to 34, there are only 679 in total. So Mark, one speaker on his own, has contributed around about nearly half of these, which suggests some skewing is going on. But we could investigate this a little bit further by looking at that particular age group, see if there are any other people in this age group who are also using one of these words a lot. And again, we can do this by distribution. So now this distribution is just for this age group. As we can see, it's just age 25 to 34. We've got 679 hits. So again, we could go further and do speaker frequency extremes. This will show us that there are indeed a small number of speakers who contribute a lot of the hits here. So we've got the one we knew already, 313, but we've also got someone else with 78, 69, 43. I mean, if we add up just these top 4 frequency hits, these top 4 speakers rather, for this age group, we get around 74% of the total hits, which seems really quite a lot. Another way of looking at this, a kind of complementary way, is to use the function file frequency extremes. Let's have a quick look. So again, we're just looking for this age group. This will show us the files in which these words are used the most. And again, we notice that a certain number of files contribute a lot of the hits here. Just to explain, so this, I imagine, is the recordings by Mark. Yeah, recorded by Mark, who used fuck quite a lot. And it seems that when he was talking to his friends, when he was recording, some other people used it too. Similarly here, Julie, I think she had about 79 or something. But obviously the people she was talking to, who she recorded, also used fuck, fucking, etc. too. So we noticed that it's not just individuals, but kind of groups of individuals who might contribute a lot to the number of hits you get. It's something to bear in mind when you're carrying out these searches, and something you can investigate using BNC Web.